What's up guys, welcome to Melomic channels. And you can see I changed a little bit the configuration on my studio. I needed some change, I'm like that. I don't like to stay, in the same conditions all the time. So I decided to move the PC and the studio on the other side of the room, rearrange a little bit the posters, as you see behind me, a couple of posters, well, a couple more than that, of my favorite albums of all times. I introduce to you as well my mascot, the mascot of this channel. This is Robert, who will be there joining us now or in each of my videos. So he will be the testimony, for the best albums that I will introduce to you. And in this video, so this is my selection for the 10 best albums of the month of July. Now, as always, let's start up with some of my honorable mentions, some great albums that didn't make it to the top 10. Being said, let's go to my number 10. An album of thrash metal in my monthly ranking. I think this is the first. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't recall of having put a thrash metal in any of my top 10 selection of the month. But this is the case this month for July. This is a Berlin band based that are signed under Metal Blade Records for this album, Give Us Life. So this is Space Chaser. So it's a spacey thrash metal. It's really awesome. Thrash is not my cup of tea usually, but this one is just amazing. It's super speed. Of course, it's thrash metal. The videos are great, you know. You can compare the videos to the Star Wars universe. Each video is crazy. Yeah, some great riffs. You don't get annoyed on this album, you know, from start to finish. It's a pure trip. It's a speedy trip. Of course, it's thrash metal, but yeah, I thought it deserved the 10th spot of my video. So now, number 9. Hexenclad is a folk black metal band hailing from Canada. This is their second full length. It's the successor of their 2017 full-length album Spirit of the Stone, and this month they released their second album, Heavenheart. It's great black metal with folky additions on this album, great artwork, great vocals. Honestly, number 9 really deserved it. Entry number 8, some black metal with atmospheric elements and symphonic elements as well. This is a Polish band called Dola with their new album. I don't speak Polish, but I would that spell CZASY, Chassis, maybe. This is great artwork for the album. You know, this is super atmospheric at times. It's a pure black metal at times, and yeah. A lot of black metal for this month again, but this one really deserved the 8th spot for my ranking. At the next spot in this video. So Feld is a neo-folk black metal production from Eugene, Oregon in the US based band. This is their debut album in the name of The Intimate Earth. It was released so in July. The album is composed of 5 tracks for a total playing time of 40 minutes. It released on the 2nd of July this month under Transcending Obscurity Records. It's a great music, you know, it's pure black metal. Maybe the reproach I can tell to this album, I can say about this album is maybe the drums are maybe over present on this album. Maybe the production is It's not clean enough for my personal taste, but still it's a great album and it deserves to be in the ranking of this month. So this is Felled with The Intimate Earth. Hypercube, Necro Dimensions. You remember I told you about this album, in my previous video of new releases for July. This is a symphonic melodic death metal that comes from the US, from the UK, and from Sweden. It's their first full release in the name of Hypercube, Necro Dimensions. It was released this month, more precisely on the 16th of July, under Napalm Records. The album is composed of 8 tracks for a total playing time of a little bit less than 45 minutes. What can I say about this album? Look at this artwork. The artwork already catches your attention. You want to dig into that album. You want to discover what is inside this album. And it's a great variety of sound depending on the track you're listening to. Super long title tracks. For example, I can tell you the last track, the 8th track of the album, is called Beyond the Wizard Throne, Crypto-Pharmacological Revelations of the Riemann Zeta Function. So if you have to remember the title, good luck. But still, it's a great album. It's pure, what can I say? It's pure extreme metal, with a lot of death metal, of course, death metal elements, but you have black metal, you have progressive stuff. Well, it's crazy band, and I will definitely follow them now during the next years, because I can't wait for next release, because their work is really awesome. So this is Wizard Throne with their debut album, Hypercube, Necro Dimension.
The fire blazing behind the shades till the sun comes out. Tangled and lost, feel the seduction, feel the sensation in a rock and a passion. We keep on running, never slowing down. We drink the night till the blues away.
I'm bringing you now to Romania for the next entry in this ranking. This is a stoner heavy metal project from Romania, from Bucharest in Romania. So this is Lazy Man's Load with the album All Hat No Cattle. It's a great stoner heavy metal band, and they released this album in the beginning of the month, on the 2nd of July more precisely. The album is composed of 10 tracks. Some tracks are quite long, it's 8, 9, maybe 10 minutes. But some of them are shorter, 3-4 minutes or maybe less. It's a great listening, it's a great listen. And I really highly recommend, if you like your traditional heavy metal with some stoner elements, I really recommend you dig into that album, because it's one of my best discoveries for the month. So this is Lazy Man's Load with the album All Hat No Cattle.
Burn.
can't believe that I put this one only at the fourth spot. Well, fourth spot is already good, but this is a crazy album. This is King Woman. King Woman is a doom post-metal shoegaze band that hail from San Francisco in California. It's their second full-length album. The previous one was released back in 2017, and now in 2021 they come back with their new album in the name of Celestial Blues. And what can I say about this album? If you like your doom with female vocals, some repetitive stuff, that gets into your mind and you can't get rid of it. It's totally crazy. The album is composed of a total of 9 tracks for a total playing time of 40 minutes. It's quite short. It's great. You can listen to it again and again and again. The album released on vinyl, fortunately, and I already ordered it, of course. So Celestial Blues is a doomy album with a lot of shoegaze elements and a lot of post-metal elements. It's totally incredible. Just the voice of the singer is crazy. As I said, you have some repetitive stuff, that comes several times in the same song, and so you can't help, whistling it or chanting it in your head. It gets really directly into your mind, and this album is crazy. My personal favorite track of the album is the first track, the opening track of this album, called Celestial Blues, which is the name of the album. It's crazy. The singer is a totally crazy. You can check it out already on the video. Really, it's very special. But I love it. If you're like me, if you like doom composed with shoegaze elements, so it's really atmospheric at times. But I'm telling you, the voice of that woman is totally addictive. If you play that album, you will play it countless times, as I did, and as I will do again. I promise you, this is an album that you will love if you like doom composed with some shoegaze and post-rock elements though. So this is King Woman from San Francisco, California, with their new album Celestial Blues. Don't miss that one. I guarantee you will love it.
Twisted face. This beast like man pointed at me.
Let's stay in doom metal now for the first step of our podium. So the number 3 for this month. This is Cosmic. They describe their music as Cosmic Doom Metal. This is traditional doom metal hailing from Finland. It's a band called Fimir who released their debut album, Tomb of God. It's just crazy. That was the track, you understand now, that was the track in the intro of this video, because I can't stop playing that fucking track on and on and on and on. This is crazy, and don't get me wrong, the whole album is crazy as fuck. If you like doom, sounding a little bit like pure traditional heavy metal, this is for you guys. Don't miss this album, Fimir with Tomb of God. I guarantee you, vinyl is on its way as well. You know me, when I love an album, I want to get my hands on the vinyl, and lucky for me, they released the album on vinyl this time. So yeah, this is Fimir. Don't miss this album. It's just a pure madness. At the second spot, I hesitated for a long time between my number 1 and my number 2, but as my number 1 was discovered as in early July, and I really listened to it countless times, it will follow, don't worry. I decided to put this one as number 2, which is already a great accomplishment. This is a Gothic metal band from Hamburg in Germany, Lord of the Lost. They released their new album, again a double concept album in the name of Judas. So it's composed for a total of 24 tracks split on 2 discs. Well, if you get it on vinyl as I did, it would be, of course, 4 discs, 2 double LPs. But yeah, the first album is called Damnation. The second album is called Salvation. 12 tracks on each album, concept album. So it tells the story of Judas Iscariot, of course, the traitor. You know, the guy who betrayed Jesus, of course. The first album, Damnation, opens up with the crazy addictive track Priest, that you for sure already have listened to it. You have great tracks on both albums. You have For They Know Not What They Do. You have Your Star Has Led You Astray, Born with a Broken Heart, The 13th. So these are the 5 first tracks of the first album, and none of them are, it's all flawless. You know, these 5 tracks to start up the album are flawless. The 13th, crazy, catchy chorus. Well, that is the case of most of the tracks of the album. But you can also discover some instruments like violin, cello. You have ballads on the album. You have some poppy tracks when I think about the Gospel of Judas, which is the opening track of the second album. Well, it's the clip that I inserted in this video. So it's the Gospel of Judas. Makes me a little bit think about the metal version of Judas from Lady Gaga. Sorry for the reference. But I'm telling you, yeah, there's a high variety, you know, of music on this album. 20 tracks, and I'm telling you, believe what I say. 20 tracks, and it's flawless. They managed to capture a double album with 24 tracks, and none of the track of these 24 tracks are bad. They are all good, all great. The vocals are great. The videos are great as well. I love the costumes, you know. I love the theme of the album. The guy is just amazing with his voice. You know, he can sing really low. He can growl because he growls at times. And yeah, I really recommend you don't miss this album. Even if you don't consider yourself as a goth fan, I didn't consider myself as a goth fan as well. Well, apart from some exceptions, of course, like Moonspell, the Portuguese band, of course. But yeah, this is pure gothic with industrial elements. So there's a little bit of Rammstein, you know, in their music, but it's more a goth metal that we can tell. But this album is just crazy. You have to take the time to listen to it, and I recommend you listen to it in the order. You know, you listen to the 12 first track of the first album, and then you skip to the second album, 12th track again. But you won't deserve it. It's a huge journey. You need to take this hour and a half, you know, listening to it. Yeah, it's 90-minute album nearly, but it really catches your attention. And I promise, I'm not really into super long album like that, but this is really telling a story. So from start to finish, the album is totally flawless. So this is my entry number 2, Lord of the Lost with Judas. I also made a video, you know, of my review of this album with a little bit of bio, you know, for the band. The video is available on my channel. It was posted last weekend. So yeah, if you like this music, just give it a try to my video that I made for the occasion for this band. So now it's time for the usual drum roll to introduce my number 1 pick of the month. So my number 1 of the month, it comes obviously with no surprise. If you are used to watch my videos on a weekly basis, you know that I really my heart fell, you know, for this album, for this band. So it's a Swedish melodic black metal from Sweden in the name of Night Crowned. I had also the chance to interview the guitar player of the band. The video is not yet available on my channel, but I'm working currently on it, and it will be available during the week that is coming. So this is Eidenfard, a symphonic black metal album from Sweden, Ninth Crown. What can I say? It's really rough. It's pure black metal, but at times you have these acoustic passages. You have a lot of symphony as well, so you can take a rest between the tracks. You know, the album is something like 40 minutes long, so it's the perfect length. They had, unfortunately, I own the vinyl, and on the vinyl, unfortunately, they had to cut one track in order to make it on a simple vinyl, and they unfortunately removed the acoustic part that is in the middle of the album. Otherwise, they had to, to make a special, an extra LP. So that was not working for them. So unfortunately, you can only get this acoustic. This acoustic part in the middle of the album on the CD or on the numeric version of the album. But still, this album is my number one of July. This is one of the best, if not the best, black metal album for me for 2021 so far. So don't miss it up. And the interview, the video of the interview of the guitar player Henrik will be available next week on my channel. So this is it for the monthly ranking. Let me know in the comments down below what are your favorite albums for the month of July. In the meantime, I leave you with an extra bonus video clip. This is the new video for one of my most expected album release of the year that is coming on the 24th of September. So it's coming soon. It's the new video from progressive death metal band Rivers of Nihil, and this is just crazy, and I'm gonna leave you with that video, with a passage of that video, and I see you very soon for a next video on the channel. Ciao guys!
I want your money, your time, I want your patience.